Hello, Emily Howland. It's me, Mr. Gessler. It's good to see you. Today, I'm going to be talking about something called Chrome Music Lab, and this is specifically for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. If you go to the Chrome Music Lab website and go to the Song Maker, you're going to find a screen that looks something like this. And we're going to talk about what all these things mean in a moment. Some of you have already been playing with this website and have sent me some pretty cool projects. Today, I want to show you some of the other tools that you can use to make your projects even better. So let's go from the start. If you typed in the words Chrome Music Lab, it's going to come up with this website right here. And you can click on this little smiley face thing that says Song Maker. That's going to take you to this website, and you're going to see this big graph. Now, for those of you who have used this before, you know that it's pretty easy to put notes down on here. You can just click on a square, and the note appears. And then if you click on that same square, the note disappears. So, if you want to do a bunch of notes in a row, you can click and drag. And then you can just click and drag again to make them go away. Or, if you do a whole bunch of nonsense, and it doesn't sound like anything you like, you can go up here to restart, click that, everything goes away, and you start from scratch. But today we're not going to be talking so much about melody, we're not going to be talking about high and low pitches, we're going to be talking mostly about rhythm. So I'm going to stay mostly on Do today, on the red squares. Okay, let's start by noticing what this whole screen looks like. You'll notice that there are 4 really big sections in here. There's a big white section at the beginning, a big gray section, and then another big white section, and then another big gray section. The whole song has 4 sections in it. I want to call each one of these sections a measure. So we're just sort of measuring out the music. A white measure, a gray measure, a white measure, and a gray measure. So right now, the way the song is set up, we have 4 measures of music that we can write. And then when we play it, it's going to go to the end of the song and start over at the beginning again. Let's zoom into one measure and see what we can observe here. If you look closely, you'll see that even inside this big white measure, there are smaller sections. Look at just the thick blue lines. If you look at the thick blue lines, you might be seeing 8 sections if you look at the top and the bottom, but I just want to think of this as going from left to right, like reading a book. So if the big white section is a measure, then inside this measure we have 4 little sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to call these beats. 4 beats in this measure. Now let's back out again to the big screen. We have 4 measures and 4 beats inside each measure. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. New section. 1, 2, 3, 4. New section. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our last section, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you know how big these sections are, it's going to be kind of like a map so that you know where to put the notes to create the sounds that you want to create. Let's zoom in a little bit closer and let's take a look at just one beat inside this measure. If you look at the skinny blue lines, you'll notice that there are 2 sections inside each beat. This gives us a really cool option. It means that we can put 1 sound on each beat, or we can put 2 sounds on each beat. Now, it's been a long time since we were in class together, but I bet you remember what we call it when there's 1 sound on a beat. We say ta. So in Chrome Music Lab, that looks like this. Here is 1 beat, and there's 1 sound. Here's our next beat, this big square that's made up of thicker blue line. 1 sound. 1 more square, 1 sound. 1 more square, 1 sound. I'm putting 1 sound on each beat. So this is going to be ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Wow, that's a lot faster than I want to go. So at the bottom of my screen, there's this bar, this blue bar. It says tempo. And in the middle is this big blue circle. Right now it's set at 120. I'm going to click on this blue circle and drag it to the left, and that's going to slow my song down. I'm going to go all the way down to 85. You can make your song as fast or as slow as you want it to be. Right now at 85 it's going to sound more like this. Ta, 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 ta. That's so much better. So in the first measure, I have 1 sound on each beat. In the second measure, I'm going to use another rhythm that you're quite familiar with. When we have 2 sounds on a beat, we say TT. So I'm going to write ta in the first beat. And in the second beat, I'm going to look at this whole big blue square here, and I'm going to take both sounds, 2 sounds on 1 beat. So this is all one beat. I'm going to put two sounds inside of it. Ta, ti, ti, ta. And I could put ta here as well. Now there's another rhythm that we know pretty well. It's called a shush, and it's where we make no sound on a beat. We also call it a rest, right? So I'm going to change this up a little bit. In my first measure, I'm going to write ta, 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 sh. I'm going to put a shush right here. So I'm just going to take this note out and leave this whole big square empty. I'm going to do the same thing here. Ta, ti, ti, ta, sh. I'm going to take this note out, and now this whole big square is just a shush now. And now this last measure, I just want to fill the whole thing up. Except for that last one. I want to do two sounds on a beat, two sounds on a beat, two sounds on a beat, and one sound on a beat. Ti, 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 ta. The last measure I want to make exactly the same as the first measure, which is ta, 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 sh. Let's hear what this sounds like. Ta, 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 sh. Ta, ti, ti, ta, sh. Ti, 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 ta, 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 sh. And I hit spacebar to stop the music. You can do that too. You can either click the stop button or you can hit the spacebar. Now, if I had let it play, it would just circle around a few times. But I don't want to do that because right now this song is a little bit boring. Because I've only chosen one note, the red note, which is do. So right now the song goes like this. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Not terribly exciting. I'm going to change a few notes up, but when I change the notes, I'm not going to change the rhythm. I'm still going to have one sound on a beat, two sounds on a beat, or zero sounds on a beat. So let's go to measure 2. I'm going to take all of these notes and move them up to mi, which is the yellow note. And I'm going to erase all of these. So now I have ta, ti, ti, ta, but the pitch is going to be higher. I'm going to move all of these notes up as well, but I'm going to change them up a little bit. I have sol, sol, and then sol, la. Well, that's loud. Sol, mi. I'm going to leave this one on do. Then I'm going to erase all of these. And then in my last measure, I'm going to keep the same rhythm still. I'm going to move this one up to mi, this one up to re, leave this one at do. Let's see what we've got. Ta, 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 sh. Ta, ti, ti, ta, sh. Ti, 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 ta, 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 ta. You guys recognize this one. Bow, wow, wow. Whose dog art thou? Little Tommy Tucker's dog. Bow, wow, wow. Do, do, do. Mi, 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 mi. Sol, 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 la, sol, mi, do. Mi, re, do. Now, I've sung that as Tommy Taylor's dog and Tommy Tucker's dog. I'm not sure which is the right lyrics, so sorry if I got that wrong. We can also use the percussion at the bottom. That's these little circles, these little dots down here. Right now, there are two options. We have a bass and we have a snare. Kind of cool. And we could fill all of these, but that can be kind of obnoxious. Just sounds like somebody's knocking on the door. That's not very great. So I'm going to be selective and not do too much here. I'm going to put a circle on this one and a triangle on this one, and then I'm going to skip over every one so that I have one drum sound on each beat, and those drum sounds are taking turns between the kick and the snare, and the kick and the snare. Let's see what this sounds like. Awesome. If you really like your song and you want to hear it a little more carefully, you can slow it down a whole lot just for the fun of it. Maybe a little too slow. We can also jack it up to the fastest possible tempo. Yeah, I kind of like it at somewhere around 100 or 95. Let's try it at 95. Oh, 96. Sure, 96. That's close enough. 98. What the? Okay, stay still. Right there. Okay. I like that. So if I like my song, here's what I can do. I'm going to go down to the bottom right-hand corner where it says save, and I'm going to click this check mark. Doink. It's going to do this fancy little circle thing, and you're going to see this screen. Now this doesn't actually save it to your computer, but if you click on copy link, then your computer copies this link and you can go to your email and you can put it inside the email. You can paste it there and you can either send it to yourself or you can send it to me. If you send it to me, I will listen to it and I will probably give you feedback because I really enjoy hearing your projects. Okay, that's a good start. Today I wanted to focus on rhythm. Next time we talk, we'll talk a little bit more about pitches, about the high and the low, and some other tricks you can do to change the song up a little bit. If you want to start off really simple with these pitches, you can go with something like Doggy Doggy Where's Your Bone because it only has 3 pitches. That's kind of nice, right? So if you think about this song, Doggy Doggy Where's Your Bone? Someone stole it from your home. You have to think about how many sounds are on each beat. So Doggy Doggy Where's Your Bone? I hear T T T T T T ta. So I'm going to start my song here. Oops, that's too high. So I'm going to start my song here and put 2 sounds on this beat because it starts with TT. And then there's TT on the second beat. And then TT on the third beat. And then there's only 1 sound on the fourth beat. T T T T T T ta. So I'm going to put 1 sound there. The next measure is similar. T T T T T T ta. Someone stole it from your home. 2 sounds on this beat. 2 sounds on this beat, but the sounds are different. Stole it. 1 is low, 1 is high. T T T T ta. And now, who stole my bone? Ta T T ta ta. So we have 1 sound on a beat. Who? 2 sounds. Stole my bone. A longer sound for bone, right? And then the next measure is exactly the same. I stole your bone. Let's hear what this sounds like. Very nice. We can add some drums. You don't have to do the drums exactly the same way I did, but see what you think of this. Last thing before we go, you can change up some of these sounds. You have a few options for drums. So right now it's on electronic drum, but if I click here, it changes it to something else. You can do the same thing with the instrument sounds. Piano. Strings. I like that one. I won't show you all of them. I'll let you explore some of them yourself. Okay, Emily Howland, this is the first video I've made specifically for you, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. I hope to make some more, but I would like to see some of your projects before I do, so I know exactly what I can do to help. So, take some time, explore the website, write something that you really like, and send it to me. Hope to see you soon.